Have you ever watched your child wrestle with anxiety, addiction, toxic relationships, maybe even depression? Or maybe they've pulled away, shut you out completely. What happens? Your heart wants to step in. We want to rescue them. We want to fix the mess, right? But here's the truth. You're not their savior. This battle is not yours to fight. It's God's. And today I want to talk to the mom who's carrying what God never asked her to carry, because that was me. We're going to talk about a faithful surrender, but also what does it practically look like to release control without walking away in shame? Today I have 4 points for you in regards to this, and so let's dive right in. Number 1 is love without control. You know, as moms, I think we're wired to nurture and to guide and to protect them. And as you know, this was our role for many, many years. But when your child is an adult and their struggles become deeper than that scraped knee or the fights with the best friends, you know, the rules change. And so does your role. You might think, oh, but if I could just say the right thing, they're going to snap out of it. You know, if I don't keep texting or checking in with them, they're going to think I don't care. How many of you have dealt with that? But sometimes trying to help turns into trying to control. We get so wrapped up in the situation. But really, that's not love. It's fear disguised as love. So practically, what if you were praying behind the scenes? Even if you can't show up in person, maybe they're not in your world right now. Don't rush every silence with a solution or a sermon, right? Let's be honest here. You don't need to preach to them. You don't need to solve the problems. You don't need to give them a solution to everything that they're going through. Some of this they're going to have to figure out on their own, just like you and I did. But let that love of yours that you have for them be steady, not smothering. If you are in communication with them, you could even text them and say, hey, I'm thinking of you. That says more than this 3-paragraph message that they don't want to read. But we need to learn when to release, because when we release, God takes over. And ultimately, I think He is a much better parent than you or I could ever be. And so I don't know about you, but I want Him taken over because I don't want to be responsible for this. And frankly, it's not my responsibility and it's not yours. So let's dive into number 2. Surrender is not giving up. Like I said, it's giving it over. Surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It truly is. And yet so many moms feel like they're betraying their child by stepping back. You know, like if I don't fight for them, who will? And are there situations and times where we need to step in? Of course there is. But what I'm seeing is a lot of moms navigating every little conversation and every mistake or every situation trying to solve the problems. But you stop controlling, even if it's out of love, right? It's basically just saying, God, I trust you to go where I can't, reach what I can't, heal what I can't. Replace that worry. Maybe you're a journaler. Get all those thoughts down. Put some limits on how much energy you spend trying to track their life. That doesn't mean indifference. It really just means guarding your own peace, which many of you are not doing. I would love to see so many of you stop acting impulsively, because when you can take a breath and take a step back and make sure that the timing is right, get a second opinion. Don't always just go with our gut in the sense of, I really want to reach out to them. But maybe you're sending that 3-paragraph message rather than, I'm thinking of you. If you're sitting here thinking, yep, this is me. This is hard. And I don't know how to do this on my own. Then I invite you to book a discovery call with me. It's not a coaching session, but it's a conversation where you and I are going to talk about where you're at, what you've tried, and how myself, and whether it be one-on-one coaching, group coaching, how any of that might be able to support you. We'll see if it's a good fit. If you're interested, click the link in the show notes below for the discovery call. Spots are limited, so please just sign up when you're serious about prioritizing yourself. You do not have to go through this alone, and I would love to help you find that path forward. Number 3 is you weren't meant to carry this alone. So how many of you feel like your child's struggle has become your emotional prison? All areas of your life suffer. If you're obsessing over their next move, you're not enjoying your own life, you lose the ability to rest in what God has for you. Maybe you don't even know what that looks like. But for those of you that do, you know what it's like to lose it, to feel that he's not close, to feel like he's just left you, but he hasn't. We're the ones that move. Carrying that emotional weight is going to burn you out, and it doesn't save them, it just breaks you. So rather, I would love to see you, again, whether it's the surrender, it's journaling. Some people will make a God to-do list, the things you're waiting for God to do, and then trust and believe in it. I think many of us need to learn to recognize the signs that when you're carrying too much, it could be trouble sleeping, maybe you're irritable, maybe you're isolating yourself. Pay attention to how you're feeling physically and emotionally. And remember that this doesn't mean that you stop loving. It just means that you stop trying to carry their situations. And lastly, walk in faith, not fear. Fear is telling you, the enemy is telling you, what if they never change? What if this never gets better? Faith can say, even when I can't see it, I know God's working behind the scenes. It's persistence. And it's choosing to stand firm in peace even when the storm hasn't passed. You're still in that messy middle. You're still navigating the hardship. I would love to help you practice that every day, giving you tips on that. But you're the one that has to do the work. I encourage you to get out of isolation. Join a support group, someone that realizes that you are seen, supported, and prayed for. Whether it's me or someone else, you need support. And so I want you to start doing something. Think of one thing that you can bring back to your life. Maybe it's walking. Maybe it's music. Maybe it is journaling. Maybe it's just laughing again. And when your child reaches out, don't overthink it. Don't rush in with, oh my gosh, what happened? Or why are you reaching out now? Just breathe and tell them that you're glad to hear from them. We don't need to give them the 50 questions. Even though I know that that is what's going through your mind, God's going to work all that out. I promise. Those conversations are going to end up flowing. But just remember, your child's story is still being written, and so is yours. And their battles don't define you. Let God be God, and you be mom. Sometimes we try to be it all, don't we? I hope that helps you today. I will see you in the next episode. God bless.